Hello, what's up, everyone? It's your boy, the Crackhead, wishing you all a wonderful day. Few days ago, the Israeli ambassador to Nigeria, Michael Freeman, alleged that Iran is trying to destabilize the country and West Africa at large. And not long ago, as well, we saw a video of a new terrorist group. They call themselves the Lakurawa Group. I made my research about this group, and guys, before I go ahead, I want you guys to pay attention to who La Kurawa is, what group it is, and how they arrived in Nigeria and what they represent. Rawa, once called harmless herders, now a deadly terror group in northwest Nigeria. Contrary to official reports, Lakurawa first arrived in the Gudu and Tangaza areas of Sokoto 6 years ago, following calls for self-help by some members of the communities. About 6 years ago, locals in the Tangaza and Gudu areas of Sokoto raised an alarm over the suspicious activities of a group of herders operating in the Marake and Saoni forest. A police investigation at the time concluded that the armed group, known locally as Lakurawa, were merely herders and not violent. Although the police suspected the group was heavily armed, they described them as seasonal visitors from the neighboring Niger Republic. The official narrative by the then police commissioner Murtala Mani, after engaging with traditional religious leaders in the affected area, was that the herders had left with their families, cattle, camels, and donkeys. Earlier this week, however, the Nigerian Defense Headquarters declared the so-called herders are a new terror group affiliated with jihadists in the Sahel, a region that accounts for sizable chunks of global terrorism deaths. The terrorists took advantage of the gaps in cooperation between both countries and exploited the difficult terrains to make incursions in remote areas in some northwestern states to spread their ideology, said Edward Buba, the director of Defense Media Operations. The military therefore declared 9 members of the group wanted. They are Abu Khadija, Abdurrahman, Dadi Gumba, aka Abu Muhammad, Usman Shehu, Abu Yusuf, Musawa, Ibrahim Suyeka, Basulhu, and Idris Taklakse. Now the police have claimed that the terrorist group operates in areas like Tangaza, Godu, Ilela, Binji, and Silame, and is believed to have entered the border communities from countries like Niger, Chad, and Mali. The terrorists preach in local Hausa and Fulfulde, imposing rules and levies on local communities, residents said. Sometimes they help locals fight other terrorist groups operating in their territory to gain absolute control and wider influence. Following their incursion about 6 years ago, the roving Lakurawa criminal organization established camps, which it called Darul Islam, around the Gwangwano, Molawa, Wasaniya, and Tonigara areas along Niger border areas. The sect has grown from less than 50 members to over 200, with young men aged 18 to 35. It embraces unorthodox practices and esoteric interpretations of the Quran. After hearing about this group and what they represent, can we say that the Israeli ambassador Michael Freeman was right in what he alleged, that Iran is trying to destabilize Nigeria and West Africa? We might say it's just a coincidence whether it is true of what Michael Freeman said or not, but let's look into the fact. Have you ever seen a criminal making videos of the crime they're about to commit, or in the process of the crime they make videos? They do not. But whenever you see a criminal make video or telling the world about who he is and what crime he wants to commit, mostly these videos are for somebody at the top. They're from the people who sponsors them. These guys we've heard, this terror group, we've heard that they've already committed some atrocities in the north. But the videos they are making, you can see them with cameras viewing themselves, is because they want to send this video to whoever is sponsoring them. It might be Iran, it might be somebody else, but clearly these people are making this video not for social media, but so that somebody who is sponsoring this terror group would see that they are working. And the second fact is this: from reports, we've heard that they are promising new recruits 1 million naira. Think about that. 1 million naira each for any person who wants to join, wants to become a member of this terror organization. Now, where are they getting 1 million naira from? If not that somebody is sponsoring them. And in this case, according to Michael Freeman, he alleges that Iran. If that is true, it means that Iran is at the top and the videos they're making is for Iran. And whoever, is giving them the 1 million naira to pay to their recruits is for Iran. But again, it's all alleged. But the point is that somebody powerful or people that are powerful are sponsoring this terror organization. Now, if we come to think about our country, Nigeria, what does this mean for us? We are trying to fight insecurity. How are we going to fight insecurity when, if after something that happened in Abuja, where wicked displaced people destroyed their houses, leaving those people stranded, when this kind of people hears offers like this from Sokoto, what do you think is going to happen? Don't you think that people, because of poverty, people, because of not being sure of what they're going to eat tomorrow, where they're going to sleep tomorrow, might be tempted? In fact, a lot of people will be tempted to join this organization where the government hasn't, given people incentives of 1 million naira. People, of course, will look for some other avenues that are sinister and are bad and are evil. And if we come to think of it, should we blame them? At this point, I do not know anymore. Some people are into crimes because their DNA is part of it, but there are people who are into crimes because of the situation they have found themselves. So, the Lakurawa group or Lukarawa or whatever group it is, I do not know where you guys are coming from, but the government should look into this, because at the end of the day, if these people will succeed recruiting young people into this terror organization and actually giving them 1 million naira, our country will be doomed.